How are we doing? Right, I've just got off my call with my group actually, which was great because we get on there and talk about stuff, talk about wins that we've had, and guess what mine was this week? Yes, walking for 30 hours straight non-stop. So, yesterday I was talking about how when you get tired, small problems become big problems because you're tired. So, like I said, for me, taking my backpack off just to get a Trek bar out, put my backpack on and eat the Trek bar became a big thing because I was tired, and it was just, yes, it was hard. It was hard, right? But it wasn't. It's just a thing that you have to do, okay? So today's one, I'm stuck, right? Now there was a moment on this walk. I had just left Wootton Under Edge. So I'd got to Dursley by about 9 o'clock, which was 33 miles in. It was dark. I filled my water bottle up with my bladder, not my bladder, but my water bladder thing. And then, in fact, I emptied my bladder. and then carried on. So I got to Wootton Under Edge, which was brilliant. Walked through there, and then I went up this hill. There was a sign saying Cotswolds Way this way onto a road. And then it was just like, follow the road. So I was like, right, brilliant. Now I'm saying follow the road, and I couldn't see that far. I could see about here because I had a head torch on and I couldn't see anything in the distance. All I could see was 2 feet in front of me. Okay, about like a little circle like that on the floor, 2 feet in front of me. That was it. There's a picture on my feed somewhere of what it looks like. And that's all I could see. Okay. Now I carried on walking. And I carried on walking, and I was doing all right. I was in quite good spirits. It was about, it probably got to somewhere about 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning, so it had been dark for, I've been walking in the dark for about 3.5 hours. And if you've ever walked in the dark on your own before, the pitch dark, on a country road with trees over it and everything, with zero moon, it's a lonely place. Mark's on. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? It's a lonely place, okay? Now, all the work I've been doing on myself and all the mindset stuff and everything, that's what kept me going. I wouldn't have been able to do this a few years ago because I'd have lost my head. But, I was just totally there. I was totally there. It was great. Now, what happened was that I was walking for ages and ages and ages, and I hadn't seen a Cotswold Way sign for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And I was getting a bit concerned because it's quite well signposted, so I was like, bugger. When you're walking along a road normally, you can see side to side what's going on, but to see side to side I had to look that way, and I had to look that way because I had my head torch on. So I was like, right, I've missed a sign here, and I thought, I'll just keep walking. So I think I walked for another 10 minutes or so. So I must have been about 1.5 miles, 2 miles out of my way. And I was like, shit. So I looked at the map. I got my phone out to check where I was, and I realised I'd gone where I thought, if I carry on, I'm bound to pick up the route again, but I'd gone off in the wrong direction. And this was it, like I say, this was at like 1:45 in the morning, so it's pitch dark, it's not going to get light anytime soon, and I wasn't necessarily lost because I knew my way back to where the last sign was. It was just a bit of a way. And this had been all uphill as well, so I walked downhill all the way back, and then I got back to a bit where there was a junction to this National Trust area, and I was like, right, the sign is around here somewhere. Okay, so I was looking at the map, and I was like, right, it says it's next to the entrance to this National Trust thing, and this road led to the National Trust thing. So I was like, right, brilliant. But this National Trust place, this I can't remember, it was Newton Park or something, and it was walled off in both directions. So the road went that way and that way, and it was walled off in both directions. So I walked along the wall, back down towards where the sign had been, the last sign I'd seen, and it said you take a sharp turn at the entrance to this place. And I was like, well, that's the entrance to the place, so it's here. But I couldn't see anything. All I could see was this wall, and I say it's a long wall. I didn't know it was a long wall because I was just walking along it, and all I could see was this much of it. It just kept going and going and going. And then I eventually got to the end, and there was a house. And then I got past that, And this house was part of the estate as well. Then I got past that and there was just hedge. And there was nothing. I couldn't see anything. There was no sign. So I walked for about half a mile that way. Then I was like, it's not here. So then I said, well, it said it's next to the entrance. And the entrance must be up that road. So I turned around, walked back up the hill again. So another half a mile. And then walked along and then took the turn for the road. And there was a break in the wall on the right. And it said a sharp turn right. I was like, brilliant. So I walked into there. And it was just a little bit of kind of wasteland with a gate on into a farmer's field. So I looked into the field and I was like, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no tracks or anything. That is private property. So then I walked out and along the wall the other direction. All I could see was this much of the wall. That went on for about half a mile. And then it was the actual entrance to the National Trust place. And I was like, so this is the entrance. So is it right here? And it clearly wasn't, so I walked a little bit further. I looked at the map and I thought, that looks like a footpath. Not the Cotswolds Way, but it looks like a footpath that goes roughly in the right direction and then it'll join onto the Cotswolds Way. So I walked along, turned right again, wandered down this hill and I ended up in a farm. I could hear cows and everything in a barn. And I was like, I'm in the middle of a farm here and there was no road off. There was no footpath off. I'd followed this thing which said it was a footpath. But there was another sign for a footpath going off to the left, but I went straight down, but that was private property again. So I was like, oh shit. So I was like, I've tried everything now. I couldn't go off in the wrong direction, because I knew it was the wrong direction. Everything that looked like it went in the right direction, it came to an end. So I walked back up that road, turned back along, past the entrance again. Hello, Megan. I was talking about you yesterday, because there's a guy who comes to me who saw your name on this, and he knows a guy, I think it's Paul Clark, a guy who you train, or you train his wife. And Paul told this guy, he said, you need to try kettlebells because it's addictive, and this guy now comes to me, so thank you for that. Anyway, so I wandered back, I got back to the entrance where I was, this road, and then I was like, right, I'm here again, and I was like, I've got no idea where this turn-off is. And I was like, I've tried every other direction. I've gone the wrong way. I've gone what I thought was the right way and I can't find it there. I've gone an alternative way and I can't find it there. Everything's a dead end. So at this point, I think it was about 2:40 in the morning. 2:40 a.m. It was pitch black. There's no one around, no one to help me. I'm on my own. And I was like, right, I'm not lost because I knew where I was, but I was like, I'm not lost, but I can't find the path. I don't know where it is. So I panicked a tiny little bit and then I got my head straight. I was like, if I panic now, I'm out, I'm done. I stop here, it ends here. And I'm going to end up ringing someone or whatever. I'm going to get someone out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. Because I had people telling me, I had texts the night before from some of the guys at BKS and all that sort of stuff saying, look, if you get stuck and need help, give us a call, give us a text, whatever, and we'll come and get you. So I had that in my head as well. I was like, well, I've got an out, but I don't want to do that because I didn't want to give up, but also I didn't want to be ringing people at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was standing there and I was like, right, I need to get my head together. So then I just thought, okay, I'm going to try everything I've just tried. I'm going to try again, but I'm going to go a little bit further. So the first thing I did was retrace my steps back to where the sign was, the last sign that I'd seen. But I didn't go as far as that because then I saw another sign that I'd missed because, like I said, when you're walking with a head torch on down a country road, you can't see side to side. So I was wandering along and then I saw this other sign that I missed. That wasn't the Cotswolds Way sign, but this sign said entrance to Newton Park or whatever it was called. I can't remember the name of the place, but it said entrance to that. And this was nowhere near the other entrance that is. So this place had like 2 entrances. And I'd just found the wrong one. So then when I saw that, I was like, right, I'm definitely in the right place now. There is a path here, somewhere. Now, if it had been daylight, I would have been, there it is there. But I could only see 2 foot in front of me, so I was like, right. And then eventually, so what I'd done is I'd had a search area. If you saw my email today about the tortoise, people looking for a tortoise in a big search area that escaped from a zoo and it disappeared for 16 days and they found it 140 metres away. It's a tortoise. I'd taken the area, so I'd gone out my way, I'd found an alternative path which didn't work. So I tried a few options and I was like, they're not going to work. So I knew what wasn't going to work, and I've narrowed my area down, and I was like, right, this is where I need to be. I need to stay here. It's here somewhere. But I was still thinking, if I can't find this now, I'm going to have to just stay here. I wasn't going to say I'm going to go to sleep. I didn't have a sleeping bag or anything like that. It wasn't freezing cold, but if I stopped, I would have got cold. So I was like, I can't go to sleep, and I might have to wait for the sun to come up to work out where I am. And then I had a little wander around. I was like, it's not that way, but that is a path, but that'll take me kind of where I was earlier, and then it'll be a dead end. And then there was a path, I walked a little bit further down, and there was the Cotswolds Way sign, which I hadn't seen one at this point for about 2 hours. And there it was, in a tree, because it's August, right, so everything's overgrown. So there was a bloody tree there, obscure in this sign. And then as soon as I found it, I was like, right, I'm back on track again now. And I knew I was, which felt good. However, the mental energy that had taken out of me, that I was lost, I was stuck. The mental energy that had taken out of me to try and find this, I was tired. And I'd added like an hour and a half. I was thinking as well, I've got a long way to go. I've got another 30 odd miles to go. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to be finished by 9 o'clock in the morning. I've just added an hour and a half on. I am not going to be finished by 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm tired. It's dark. I want to go to sleep. But I found the path, and then I carried on. So what happened there was I didn't panic. You know, it's dark. You're on your own. You're in your own head. There's no help. There's no one there to help you. There's nothing going to happen. No one's going to come and save you. So you've got to do it yourself. But if you panic, you're fucked. Right? That's pretty much it. If you panic, you're out. So this happens in situations all the time throughout life. If you panic, you make silly decisions, and you just throw all logic out the window. So like I say, I wasn't lost. I knew exactly where I was. I just couldn't find the thing that I was looking for. And it was there. I just couldn't see it. And this happens all the time. We know this. It happens all the time. The solution is there. You just can't see it because you're clouded. Okay? It's not necessarily because it's metaphorically dark. Okay? It's not necessarily pitch black outside or whatever, but it's pitch black in your head. You can't see what's straight in front of you. And it's there, straight in front of you. It's just beyond your vision. So this was a massive lesson. This was a massive lesson because it nearly broke my walk. It nearly broke me. I was like, I'm stuck and I've got nowhere to go, and I've got no one's going to come and save me. And that's exactly how it is. If you're waiting for someone to come and save you, you're going to be waiting a long time. The only thing that could come and save me was the sun, which was three and a half hours away. I think it got light about 5 o'clock in the morning. I thought it got light earlier than that this time of year. It got light about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was walking in the dark all the way till then. And I spent an hour and a half walking around in the dark looking for something that was there. I just couldn't see it. But it was there. The solution is there. So, with that said, that's a big lesson. Or it was a big lesson for me anyway. The solution is always there. You just need to find it. Tom Jones is on that one, not that one. If it was that one, it would be Anyway, that was my Tom Jones impression, by the way. So the solution is there. It's always there. The solution that you're looking for is always there. Whatever it is you're looking for. If health and fitness, obviously, the solution is there. You know it is. You'll search for stuff on Google and everything, but you'll put loaded questions in there. Is this bad for me? Yes, it is. Is this good for me? Yes, it is. The answer on Google is pretty much always, yes, it is. So, the solution is there. You just need to find it. Okay? And that's why I'm running this September, the swing challenge. The swing challenge that I'm doing, because that is a solution. It's not the definitive solution for everyone, okay? But if you're watching these and listening to what I say, and you read my emails, or you're on any of my programs, or anything, or it resonates with what you say, with how you feel, it probably is going to work for you. So actually, it does work for everyone if what you want to do is get fitter and stronger, lose a bit of weight, lose a bit of body fat, get moving better, get some better mobility, learn a bit about nutrition. If that's what you want, that's what it'll do for you. So it is the solution. It is the solution, and it's here. I'm showing you it now. It was there. This is good, because it's off camera. It was there, and I've just put it there. So now you can see it. That's exactly what I've done. So it's a month-long swing program. I don't know. I was going to call it a swing thing. Program. So you just do swings every day. If you don't know how to do a kettlebell swing, you put your email address in the link below. You will get an email from me. It'll give you a PDF of how to do the swing with links to videos in there for technique. There's programs at the end which are super simple to do and take about 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how long you've got. So it's 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. Have a look at there's a couple of testimonials on there from guys who did it last time. And they actually both, I didn't realise this, there's 2 testimonials I put on there, and both of them have the word revelation in them. I didn't realise that when I do it, but they just said, this is a revelation. And one of the testimonials from one of the guys, he now comes along to the full sessions at BKS. And there's 2 other people who come along to this full sessions at BKS who did this swing challenge. So they started out there, realised it was great, and then were like, right, what's next? What's next? So, I'll pop the link below. So all you need to do is click the link, put your email address in, and then you're in. Then you're in, that's it, it's totally free. And I'll coach you for a month. So there you go. There's the lesson. The solution is there. The solution is always there. It's always there. You've just got to slow down and then find it. If you're panicking and running around all over the shop, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. So there you go. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow's one? Move. Get moving. Because if you don't, you lose it. You lose your movement. So, I'll go on about that tomorrow. I've been reading a book about that as well, so that's cool. Right. Any questions, hit me up. Nice to see you on. Who've we had on? Megan. Merlin's been on as well. Tom's been on. Mark's been on. Probably a few more that haven't said hello. So there you go. Thank you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.